Independence Day, Coven. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. If you are new here and you've stumbled across me in the big wide world of YouTube, then yay! Welcome to this brand new vlog. So in today's vlog, I just thought I'd hop on because I've just finished filming my SAMHAIN yoga flow, coming soon on my YouTube. So I thought I would just release a quick and simple 5 ways to celebrate SAMHAIN. So SAMHAIN, also known as Halloween, is considered the witch's new year. It is a time when we leave behind summer and we are officially into the darker months. We are officially into winter. Now this is a time of hibernation, of reflection, of getting to know the darkness within, embracing the darkness outside, and also kind of exploring our spiritual path. During Samhain, the veil is at its thinnest between the spiritual world and the physical world, so we begin to feel a lot more in tune with the energies around us, with the world above us and the world below us. So in this short little vlog, I'm just going to go through my 5 favourite ways to celebrate Samhain. So grab yourself a cup of tea, get yourself set up, and let's begin. So like I said in the intro, Samhain is a time that we move into the winter months. So we start to embrace the darkness, we start to embrace a time of reflection, a time of hibernation, and a time of getting to know ourselves, exploring where we've been, where we want to go, and where we are right now. So there are many ways that you can celebrate this, but like I said, I'm going to go through my 5 favourite ways, beginning with number 1, creating a Samhain altar. So if you have followed my other vlogs or you follow me on Instagram at the Yogi Witch, then you know that I love to create a little altar in my home. Now you can create an altar at your desk, at your kitchen table, anywhere that you consider sacred, and it can be a permanent altar or it can be just one for the seasons. And a beautiful way to do this is kind of harness what Samhain is. So I love to collect pumpkins, obviously. I love collecting fallen leaves, nuts, berries, anything that I forage, such as apples and pears from the garden, and I start to decorate it with candles, with skulls, and all these kind of beautiful things. And this is a beautiful way to bring Samhain and this time of autumn moving into winter into your sacred spaces and start to reflect on what it means for you. As I said, Samhain is considered the witch's new year, so many of us do consider it as our new year's. We celebrate it as our new year's, and an altar is a beautiful way to do this. It also allows you to tap into that creativity side. As summer is super busy for most of us, then having winter to explore our creative side, explore imaginations, and getting back to kind of fun hobbies that we love, creating a Samhain altar is a beautiful way to go about it. So like I said, you can collect leaves, you can collect berries, forage for items, anything really that inspires you and what this season represents to you. But my number 1 way to celebrate Samhain is to create an altar. Okay, number 2 kind of follows on from number 1, and this is honouring your ancestors. Now, as I said, the winter is a time of darkness. This time of hibernation and reflection. It is also time of death. Now, this is a time where we start to see the leaves fall from the trees, and we start to see the trees kind of fade away, die away, plants, flowers, etc, etc. So Samhain is a time not to be frightened of death, but anything, a time to honour it, to honour your ancestors and honour your past, your culture, and your family. A beautiful way of doing this is perhaps to sit around with your loved ones and speak about people that are no longer here, or even go through old photos, or even create in your altar a little shrine to loved ones. It is a time where the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world is at its thinnest. So maybe this is a time where you start to have strange dreams, maybe loved ones come in, and again, it's time not to be frightened of it. If anything, it's a time to feel inspired, to feel loved and feel protected. Maybe this differs from your beliefs, and that's absolutely fine. This is just my personal beliefs that my loved ones are not far from me. I feel the energy around me always, and I am lucky enough to still be living in a place that I'm actually a 5th generation here, and I feel every day that I am connected to my ancestors, connected to my roots, and I especially really kind of feel this during the winter months as the tourists kind of fade away. It gets really quiet in this little fishing village, and One of my favourite places is to go down and sit in the harbour and listening to the sounds of the seagulls, the sound of the sea, and just kind of embracing the peace and quiet of the harbour side really allows me to reflect on my past, my ancestors, where I've come from, the values that are most important to me, and also to explore where I'd like to go in the future, what I'd like to do to make my family proud. So this again is a little bit of a controversial one, honouring your ancestors, but it is completely up to you on what you would like to believe. But number 2 for this is to honour your ancestors. All right, number 3 is to see the signs. So like I said, this is a point in the year where the veil between the physical and the spiritual world is at its thinnest. And you know, no wonder there's so many ghost stories around. They are here. So this is a beautiful time to tap into that third eye, to open up and start to see the world with clarity. Now, again, this is a controversial one. But if you're watching this video, then I'm starting to assume that you might have the same witchy ideas as I do. So, number 3, let's see the signs. This is a beautiful time to start exploring your tarot, maybe working with pendulums, maybe working with tea leaf readings. I do invite you to take this with care for obvious reasons. On this channel, I do not promote Ouija boards. For those who know me and know a little bit about my background, I actually did an undergraduate and a master's focusing on witchcraft and demonology, and in both actually dissertations, I have learned the dangers of Ouija boards. I'm telling you right now, there are limits to it, people. So this is a moment where I say, do not do the Ouija boards. Although this is a time where veils are at its thinnest, and this is a time where we explore spirituality, this is also a time to be careful. Remember to not invite anything into your space that you can't get rid of. There are, again, controversial, there are things in this world that maybe we can't control, and this is a time to really protect yourself. So although I do encourage you to explore your tarot reading, your tea leaf reading, and your pendulum magic, I do also encourage you to do it with care. Ask very clear questions, you know, protect your space beforehand, sage beforehand, work with salt, work with the elements, and also to cleanse and clear after you are done. That's not to spook you out or anything. This is also a time to start to see the signs that are coming through you in your dreams. The dreams are very telling, nightmares as well, and I find that during the winter months, my dreams get a lot more imaginative. Maybe things that I haven't quite processed come up a lot, and you know, like I said, loved ones do come up, and also kind of warnings come up. Now, not like anything freaky warnings, but just kind of things to be careful about, you know, maybe decisions I want to make or places I want to go, just kind of warnings to keep my eye on the path and follow my heart's true desire. So number 3, like number 2, is controversial, but third way to celebrate Samhain is to see the signs. All right, number 4, fire cleansing. This is a time of darkness. It is a time of cold weather, of early nights and late mornings, and a time of hibernation. And just because it is a time of darkness doesn't mean it's a time of no light. I love to work with fire elements. Again, if you know me well on this channel, you know I like to light my candles, you know I love my incense, and I love burning things in a non-concerning way. So this is a time to rid yourself of anything you no longer need. It's a time of reflection. Remember, you hold the power within you to welcome anything into your space and also to release anything from your space. And a beautiful way of doing this is through fire cleansing, maybe through a bonfire, lighting candles, or even just a simple little fire in your home. If you are a fan of working with fire in your spell work, then in a couple of days' time on my channel, there will be a brand new spell, Samhain fire cleansing spell, that will be available to flow along with. So keep an eye out for that. Link is in the description below. For self-promotion aside, fire cleansing is a really beautiful way to renew yourself. This is the time of reflection, and like I said, it is considered the Witch's New Year. So this is a time where you can be anybody you want to be. You can follow a path, any path that you want. You hold this power. Whether or not you consider yourself a witch, it doesn't matter. Everybody holds this fire within them, but they just have to light that match and let it burn. So number 4 to celebrate Samhain is through fire cleansing. had to say it. I was always going to say it. This is what I do. Number 5 is finding magic through movement. Now, this can be any form of movement. I'm not biased. It can be running. It can be taking a walk out in the beautiful nature. It can be a HIIT, if you want to do that. It can be anything you like, but obviously I am going to encourage yoga. The way I connect with both my yoga practice and my witchcraft practice is through movement. And a lot of my kind of meditations are focused on the moon, are focused on spell work, and a lot of my movements are connected to the elements of creating that connection to the world above me and the world below me. And if you would like to celebrate Samhain with a little bit of movement, then you can find a brand new flow on my channel dropping on the 29th of October, which is a Yoga for Witches Samhain flow, a really gorgeous flow that I got to film outside in the autumn sunshine, in the autumn wind, and just kind of surrounded by nature. I absolutely love filming this, and I hope you enjoy it too. So again, you can find that on my channel on the 29th of October. That's when they'll be going live. And if you want to go a bit further, you're more than welcome. Take a little look at my brand new membership area here on YouTube called the Coven, where all of us get together to talk about spell work, talk about tarot, talk about everything witchy and everything spiritual, as well as uploading 2 one-hour flows a month, this month being the Samhain 1-hour flow. So you can find out more about that in the description box below. But like I said, I am not biased. You can find any form of movement here to honor this beautiful day. Maybe getting outside, taking a walk on a beach or in the woods, maybe going running, maybe just doing a workout, maybe even just meditating, maybe even just sitting down and watching horror films. I support that too. But anyway, that makes you feel good. So this was just a quick and simple vlog just to discuss my 5 favorite ways to celebrate Samhain. And maybe you don't agree with all of them, that is absolutely okay. This is based on my personal journey, both with witchcraft, with yoga, and with my spirituality. So yeah, if you have any other ideas, I'd love to know them. Comment below or send me an Instagram message over at my Instagram at @TheYogiWitch. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching to me babble on, these vlogs are kind of still new to me and I do get a bit nervous when I'm practicing them, so just bear with me. It's my 2023 goal to really kind of delve a little bit more into my vlogging, maybe go through my day as a full-time yoga teacher, or my day as YouTube planning, or just kind of some adventures as a witch. But yeah, thanking you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you have a beautiful Halloween and a blessed Samhain. See you later, guys.